This is the flip phone I am buying this year. I skipped the Galaxy Z Flip 5 and the new Tecno Phantom V Flip is still nowhere in sight, at least locally. Medyo maaga pa pero it looks like this is the flip phone that I have been really looking forward to. This is officially coming to the Philippines very soon, unlike the OPPO Find N3 Fold. While this video is not a review, medyo marami tayong pag-uusapan. Cameras, the new and improved folding mechanism, and battery performance. The rest of the features go into my full review very soon. We are weeks away from the official launch here in the Philippines and I cannot wait to share everything with you by the time this launches locally. Pag-usapan muna natin ang pinakabago sa OPPO Find N3 Flip. There's a lot to talk about. Sa unang tingin, parang walang bago, but there's really a lot of things going on in this new version. The new N3 Flip is IPX4, water resistant, and features dual friction plates for better usage ng mga flip features niya. The new hinge has 25% improved load-bearing strength and has been independently tested to withstand 600,000 folds. Ibig sabihin nito, no, if nagfo-fold ka ng phone mo ng mga about 100 times a day, your phone will last for 16 years.
Wow!
Siyempre, maliban na lang yan no, kung gaano ka kaingat sa telepono mo. Now, since improved na ang hinge niya, no, mas maganda na rin ang flex and resistance ng phone para mas marami kang angle options when using it. Whether you're going to use this to take photos, selfies, or just watch videos, no, the Find N3 Flip is now a much better foldable smartphone than its predecessors. Kagaya ng Find N3 Fold, zero gap na rin ang hinge nito, which gives it a more seamless and aesthetic look. At walang issue na pasukin ng unwanted materials yung loob ng display. It's something that most foldables are doing now. Nakita natin yan sa Samsung and Tecno. In fact, we've seen OPPO do this in their previous iterations as well. I also love the new displays of this one, both inner and also outer. Both screens are protected by Gorilla Glass Victus. The specs of the displays are not too different from its predecessors, but there's something about the outer display that really made me happy. One of my major complaints sa Find N2 Flip is that sobrang limited yung mga applications that you can use on the outer cover. I really wanted to use YouTube, TikTok, and other important applications. However, hindi talaga pwede yon sa Find N2 Flip and very limited yung available na mini apps that I can use on the outer display. With the Find N3 Flip, no, it now finally feels like the outer display is not just an extension of the inner display, but a very good alternative. The outer display now supports a lot of mini applications, and OPPO keeps on adding more. Honestly, mas gusto ko yung vertical orientation ng outer display nito compared to the Galaxy Z Flip 5. It's enough for the price OPPO asks, and at the same time, it's something na pwedeng makatulong sa overall battery life niya, which I will talk about in a little bit. Right now, there doesn't seem to be any games that support the outer display. While I don't even think that there will be people who will be interested in playing games using the smaller display, so this thing is more of like a luxury, no, or novelty. There's quite a lot of flex form features as well that you can do with the Find N3 Flip. While this is not something original to the Find N3 series, maraming benefits ang pwede mong makuha dito. There's flex form selfie that will allow you to take a selfie using its main camera and use its outer display as a viewfinder. You can also flex the phone like a camcorder para mas convenient na mag-shoot ng videos. No? The inner display automatically conforms to the function required at the moment, which is really excellent. Now let's talk about the cameras of the Find N3 Flip. What we have here is a 50-megapixel main camera, which is a Sony IMX890 and has a 1x1.56-inch sensor and f2.2 aperture. It also has 48mm ultra-wide camera with f2.2 aperture and another 32-megapixel telephoto with f2.0 aperture lens. Pagdating naman sa selfies, no, this smartphone has 32-megapixel with Sony IMX709 RGBW sensor with f2.4 aperture. Similar to the Find N3 Fold, this one also has OCP or OPPO Computational Photography and Pro XDR. Itong mga features ito help in achieving and viewing better results of photo output. Ang ginagawa nito is that it uses the phone's HDR system to fine-tune your shot to create a more natural image with the right amount of highlights and shadows. You will also be able to view the changes made by OCP on N3 Flip's gallery, thanks to Pro XDR certified display. Pagdating naman sa quality ng photos, they are nothing short of ordinary. Ang ganda ng tingkad ng kulay, hindi sobra at kulang. Tapos, kapag nag-kick in pa yung computational photography ni OPPO and syempre yung Hasselblad technology sa shots, mas ma-appreciate mo yung ginawa ni OPPO para ma-improve yung camera nito. Honestly, malaki talaga ang naging improvement ng Hasselblad sa OPPO and even sa OnePlus smartphones. I remember a few years ago na I was really very straightforward with my criticisms with Hasselblad on the phones on both brands until they really made things way better. So, props are due for OPPO for nailing this particular feature. Oh, and before I forget, meron silang bago ngayon. You can actually choose a virtual pet that suits your personality. And let's not forget yung pinaka-toggle or switch dito sa gilid if you want to silent the phone and also vibrate, saka yung not silent or loud. You can do that na, and this is something you can also find on the Find N3 Fold. In terms of battery, the Find N3 Flip is okay. I know it's not fair to talk about its battery life now. I've been only using this for about 2 weeks, and the battery has not yet been optimized to work with my usage. Right now, a full charge gives me about less than 12 hours of battery, and that's decent enough for a foldable. It could do better over time, and that's something we'll find out in my full review. It is worth noting na may kasamang 44-watt SuperVOOC charger ang Find N3 Flip. Charging speed is really fast, about 58% when you get this hooked up to a charger for 30 minutes. It is good enough in my opinion, and pwede ka nang itaguyod niya kung nakalimutan mong i-charge yung phone mo the night before you leave the following morning. I don't think na yung lack of wireless charging niya is a disadvantage, but OPPO should take note of this growing trend for its future releases. Well, that's it for everything that I can talk about in this video. Here are the full specs of the Find N3 Flip. And looking at all these, there's a lot to cover. Productivity and gaming performance, more capabilities of the smartphone, deep dive on camera performance, and update on its battery performance as well. If you like this video, I would love it if you can also watch my video about the OPPO Find N3 Fold. Link is right over here and in the description box below. This is also the best time to consider clicking the subscribe button and notification bell. This has been Gian of Gadget Pilipinas. See you in the next one. Bye!